Good morning, Berlin seniors joining us through Zoom. Good morning, Berlin seniors joining us in person. Good morning. Okay, definitely is kind of warm in here. I can inquire about some plans or what they do. I don't know if there's air conditioning in this building. I don't think so. Yeah. I tend to be cold, so I like the heat. But you know, do what you need to do to make yourself yeah, right, exactly. Well, maybe you can open the windows. Most of them are cracked. Yeah. Right.
Just too simple.
Okay, so we're discussing our temperature situation. All right, so let's just find your sit bones on your chair. And then lift yourself up and out of your center. Let's take the shoulders up, back, and down, open the chest. Feel a little squeeze of your shoulder blades in the back. And as you release the breath, imagine that you're just letting it go. Close your eyes if you'd like to, and we're just going to take a moment to acknowledge the moment and the beginning of our practice. A mindful transition to your body and your breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. And to begin, let's come to the edge of our chair. Feel better that everybody's on these chairs. And we'll use our arms to take a nice deep breath in. We'll draw them out. And just let it go with a sigh. I was just reading an article, or just a little blurb that said that it's very comforting for your body to sigh. Wait, let's do it again. Open up and let it go with it. Let's give our hands a little shake, our arms a little shake, and we'll do some shoulder rolls. Some big shoulders. Just make them. And then we'll switch it and go forward, big circles. And then we'll make an upside down U. So we're going up and back and down, and then up and forward and down. Little U. Let's do it a couple more. Last one. And then roll them back to center and just let them go. We'll lift up one shoulder to your ear and then the other, and the other, and we'll go back and forth. And then release them and we'll go both. Bring them all the way up and just hang your arms and then let them go. Lots of nice space between your ear and your shoulder. Let's take the right arm onto the side. I'm going to turn my palm up and I'm going to bring it to the left side of my head and guide my right ear to my right shoulder. And then the left arm just hang it by your side. And just notice how that feels. And then lift it halfway up and point your fingers away and see if that adds a stretch. Release the arm and gently release the head. And other side, so my left arm all the way to the right side of my head, and I guide my left ear towards my left shoulder. If you want to add to the stretch, you can. Lift your arm halfway up and point your fingers. See if that adds to your stretch. And release the arm and gently release the head. Let's take the chin back, setting your head directly on your shoulders. And then release the effort, and we'll just drop right ear to right shoulder. And gently up to the center, and then to the left side, left ear, towards left shoulder. Let's do it once more on each side, to the right. And up to the center and to the left. And then to the center. Let's bring our chin down to your chest. Feel the back of your neck open and stretch. And then we'll come to center. Let's bring the chin back, setting your head right on top of your shoulders. Release any effort. And we're just going to look over the right shoulder. Into the center, and then to the left shoulder. Of course, move mindfully here. In the neck area, always move mindfully. Let's do it one more time on each side. And left. Come to the center, and again, just drop your chin. And then bring it back to the center. Hopefully your neck feels good and comfortable. All right, I'm sitting back in my chair, and I'm going to stretch the arms out to the side. Really stretch through your fingers, over your chest. And then we're going to reach. Pull your belly in. Notice your sit bones. The other side wants to lift. See if you can pull the belly in. And keep your sit bones grounded from side to side. And then we'll come to center and turn your palms forward. We'll give yourself a nice big hug. Let's move a little side to side. It's a little easier when you're not sitting in a chair. And we'll come to center. Release the arms. Notice which one you have on top. We're going to switch it up. Arms up to the side with the palms facing forward and opposite arm on top. Let's do a little side to side. Again, pull the belly in. And then one last one. And we'll come to center and release the arms and a little shake. Let's do something for the hands. Rub them together to create some heat. We don't seem to be in short supply up to and the top. Well, it is June, I guess, right? Feels like this hot weather is just right to us, but it is June. Between your fingers. And then we'll make some fists, and then open and close. So open, lots of space, and close, a little squeeze. And then we'll take your hands together, interlace your fingers, and press forward. Let's inhale it all the way up and over. If you're looking a little more like this, that's okay too. Do what works for you. And we're just going to go off to the side just a bit. And then up to the center. And off to the other side just a bit. And release the fingers out and down. Let's come to the front of our chair and reach to the back. So if you shoulder issues, you can reach down versus back. And we're going to drop the chest forward. And then release the effort. Reach back again and drop the chest forward. And release the effort. One last time, reaching back and dropping your chest forward. And come to center. Sit back in my chair. We're going to hold the underside of one hand, and the other arm will be right up next to your ear. Let's go side to side. Let's stay on the side for a few breaths. Use the inhale to reach up and up to your fingers, and exhale to open the whole left side. Let's do one last one. I need to center, we're going to bring that arm out and down, switch it up the other side. And then use your exhale to stretch it over. Let's do a couple more. And last one. And release up and down. Okay, arms out in front. We'll do a stop, right? Pressing the heels of your hands, fingers pointing out, lots of space. And go from side to side. Jazzy. Okay. And with your arms stretched out, let one hand take the four fingers of the other. So we're just stretching all underneath. Really good stretch. And back to our stop, and we'll go to the other side. Okay. Okay, hands on our knees. Let's move to the front of your chair for this. We do a little cat and cow. Remember the cat and cow? The cow lifts your heart and your spine. Don't have sinks back in a little bit as you bring it in and opening the chest. So cow, so you can bring those arms nice and straight. So cow, and then cat, really round through your spine. Hold the belly in nice and tight. So we'll use the arms nice and straight, and we're just moving the spine forward and back. Your head just kind of goes with the flow. So the cow is the inhale, and the cat is the exhale. See if you can coordinate your breath that way. And let's come to the center and hold for a breath. Get back in the chair. Let's take one knee into your chest. We'll give it a little hug, press down through the heel. Really activate that leg and go to the other side. Okay, let's move to the front of our chair and we'll spend some time in the lower part of the body here. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. We'll walk our feet nice and wide. And then we'll walk them together. And then wide again. And together, and then wide one last time. And we're going to stretch out one leg. Now I have the corner of the chair into my thigh, so I'm going to move a little more forward. And I'm going to stretch one leg long, press out through the heel. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And then bend that knee, foot on the floor from the other side, stretch it out. Press through the heel. And then bend the knee. You know, the floor, we'll walk the feet together. And then we'll stretch right leg forward. We're gonna add a reach, moving from your hip and reaching towards your ankle. Move to the other side, stretch it out, left leg, and add a reach. Let's try both legs. Keep a little bump in your knee to help you feel safe. If your feet are on the mat, that should also help give you some traction. And we'll reach down towards your ankles. And then reach back and up. Feet on the floor. Let's do a little open close. So opening, rotating to the outside of your feet. And then in the knees together. Okay, let's walk those feet nice and wide again. And we'll come down onto the elbows, right on your thigh, and drop your chest forward. Just take a minute to notice if your ankles are under your knees. Do the cat and cow here. So the cow is lifting your heart, your spine is sinking back in. Feel that. And then let's ground through the spine, pull the belly in nice and tight. I'm going to use the spine to create this movement, cat and cow. Let's inhale the heart forward and exhale the ground. With your next breath, let's come back to center. And we'll move from side to side by dipping a shoulder. So one shoulder dips. Make sure your legs don't move. It's the torso that's moving here, dipping one shoulder between your knees. You can even look off to the opposite side if you felt like your neck feels comfortable enough to do that. And then go to the other side. So dipping shoulder and looking around. Again, pull the belly in. Let's do one more on each side. And then we'll come back to center. And then walk the hands up. And then we'll bring those feet together. Let's stretch one leg out. And we'll add a reach. And then the other leg out, and we'll add a reach. Okay, let's walk the feet wide again. Step nice and straight and tall. Let's take one forearm down on one thigh. There you go. The opposite hand on your hip. And with your next breath in, we'll reach it right up and over your head. I have my palm facing towards my head. Just feels right for that line of energy up through your heel, up through your side, and all the way through your fingertips. And bend the elbow, and we'll come to center. Let's do the other side. So forearm lays right on my thigh. Opposite hand on my hip. Open your chest. And we're going to inhale that hand right up next to your ear. If it looks more like this, that's fine too. But have the palm facing the side of your head's not out. More in. And then feel that line of energy from your heel to your hip, to your shoulder, to your fingers. And we'll bend the elbow and come to center. Let's walk the feet together. Let's hold for a nice deep breath in and out. ready to stand up. I'm going to start by trying to think. I think I should go this way. I have my chair at the top of the mat and I'm standing in front of the seat. Let's do a forward bend. We'll be getting our mountain pose with our feet wide. Stand up nice and straight and tall. We'll use the arms to inhale and reach up. And then as you exhale the breath, we'll bend from the hip. Come to the forward bend. You can always do a forward bend without using the chair. Here you would just make contact with something. And your next inhale, we'll lift up into the half forward bend. And then let's exhale, forward bend again. Notice my knees are easy, just a little bit bent. And I'm going to take the arms out to the side as I press my feet in. I'm going to lift the arms up and exhale them to namaste. Let's do that a couple more times. So inhale. And exhale. Inhale into the half forward bend and forward bend. All the way out and up. And stay. Last one, use your breath. Beautiful. Let's bend from your hip and we'll hold each side of the chair with your hand. Make sure your ankles are under your hips and we're coming into that half forward bend. Then we're going to rock the feet together so that you can feel your knees touching, feel your thighs touching. And we're going to inhale this right leg behind and go ahead and point the toes. So that anytime you don't feel safe here, you can always just come up on the big toe. And then we'll release the foot, feet together. And let's go to the other side. Inhale it up and back and point the toe. And we'll bring it back to the center and together. Let's try that again to the right side. So we're going to inhale, right leg up. We're going to point the toe. This time we're going to bend the knee and bring it into your chest. And then exhale. Point it away and bring it back to center. Let's try the other side. So we're lifting up the leg and pointing it away. And then we're going to bend the knee and bring it in. And then stretch and point it away and bring it back to center. Let's walk your hands to the front of the chair and we'll walk the feet back and away. We're going to drop into a downward dog, but if this feels just too much for the back of your legs, then just maintain that half forward bend. And as you inhale, we'll lift the chest and walk to the front of your chair. Let's bring the knees into easy position and we'll drop the head. We're going to come to standing by taking the arms out and up. And namaste. Let's hold for a breath. We've been pretty active in those standing poses, so we'll take a breath. A nice deep breath to bring it back to center. Now I'm going to turn my chair around. It's time to see this looking away. How are people doing? Okay, everybody okay? Yeah, good, good. Standing poses bring the heat. So we're going to limit the standing poses today. It's just, yeah, not so good in the end. The temperature is high. Okay, so I'm standing right behind my chair in a mountain pose. And with your fingertips on the top of your chair, we're just going to walk it back. I'm going to drop my head between my elbows and then ease up, coming back to standing, taking the energy down a bit. Let's try that again. Taking a breath in mountain and then walking the feet away. And dip down into downward dog. And inhale to the back of the chair again. Let's take the shoulders up, down, and back. And with your fingertips on your chair, we're going to step one foot back, this is my right foot, and then I'm going to crawl my left foot forward just to get some good space between my feet. Hips are facing forward. And to kind of manage that, put your hands on your hips and then take your shoulders back and down. If you need to ease up on your knees, go ahead and do that. And with the fingers on the top of the chair, we're just going to come forward and feel stretching back in your leg. Ease up and then come forward again. Make those legs active by lifting your kneecap. And we'll ease up and back and last one. Coming forward, feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And easing up and back, I'm walking my feet together. Just kind of noticing one leg first. And beginning in mountain, stepping the left foot away. Just kind of crawling my right foot forward to get some of the distance between my heels. And with your fingers on the chair, we're just going to come a bit forward. Lift those kneecaps, activate those legs, and we'll ease up to standing. And the next time you exhale, come forward again. And inhaling, ease up that last time. And let's walk those feet together. I'm going to stand to the side of my chair. I have my left side to the chair. And beginning always in the mountain pose, nice open chest, walk the feet wide. So toes are still pointing forward. If they're pointing just a bit towards the corners of the room, that's fine. It looks like your body knows what to do here, right? We're gonna pivot on, this is my left foot, and put the toes directly under the chair. Perfect. And then pivot on my right foot and bring the toes halfway in, so not all the way, or all the way, but halfway in. And then just adjust your feet so that you can bring your torso facing forward. So if you feel a pull on your knee, a torque of your knee, just adjust your feet. So one hand closer to the chair, and the other, so you have your side to your chair, beautiful. The other arm right next to your ear. And so this arm, hand can hold on to your chair or be at your thigh. We're looking to open the whole right side. Feel that line of energy from your heel to your fingers. And we'll ease up to standing and release the arm. Let's do it again on that side. So inhaling, arm up right up next to your ear and opening that whole right side. Inhale into standing and release the arm. So let's bring the toes to point forward and we'll walk in. You can just turn around. I'm going to take my chair to the other side. This is a triangle pose. So let's put some distance between your feet. And that foot that's closest to the chair, I'm going to pivot on the heel. Have them point right under the chair. And the opposite foot, I'm going to pivot and bring it halfway. Now I'm going to bring my torso forward. So I feel like I need to adjust my feet just a bit. So the hand closest to the chair, hold on to that chair, and inhale the other arm right next to your ear. And then we'll move into triangle pose. Inhale it up, and exhale it up and down. Let's try that again. Out to the side, and right next to your ear, we'll exhale and open the whole left side. Feel the line of energy from your heel to your fingertips. Inhale it up and exhale it. Let's bring the toes to look forward and we'll walk them together. Let's do one downward dog. Using your fingers on the top of the chair and beginning in we'll walk those feet away. And slowly dip your head down. We're looking for straight arms. Do whatever works for you. I have to go bend in my knee. And then holding onto the chair and lifting my chest. Walking to the back of the chair. Let's take a nice deep breath where we'll use the arms. Remember that sigh, that's so comforting. You know, like when you get home from work or errands and you just sit down and go, you let him go. Right, relief. All right, sit in your chair, drink some water, take care of yourself. It is hot in here. Ooh. Summer is upon us. Okay. All right, let's have a seat. I'm sitting all the way back in my chair. Let's just lift up onto the balls of your feet, and then we'll roll out to the pinky side and roll into the big toe side. And then flatten your feet. I'm going to come to the edge of my chair so that I can straighten one leg and press into the heel and toes to the back. The other side, pressing out to the heel, toes to the back. And feet on the floor. Let's bring the feet together. And we'll open, close, open, close. Rolling to the outside of your feet. And then we'll walk our feet wide, and then gently roll onto the inside of your feet. That might not work for you. Your knees might not like it, your hips might not like it. So do what works, and then we'll walk the feet together. Feet apart, and we'll take one knee into our chest. And give it a little squeeze. And the other knee into your chest. And give it a little squeeze. Okay, let's walk the feet together. Ankles together and knees together. You're at the edge of your chair, seated nice and straight and tall. And we're going to open this right knee and bring the flat sole of your foot right into the side of that left foot. So this left foot grounded in the earth and not moving, but this right hip is open. You just notice how that feels. Hopefully it's comfortable. If it's not, you can just bring the knees together and just open. Okay, so seated up nice and straight and tall, and take the shoulders up, back and down, arms hang by your side. And we'll start with an in-breath, reaching out and up. Interlace your fingers, pointers point, about pulling up through arms. Energy up through your fingers and opening your right hip. And the next time you exhale, to bend the elbows and bring the knees together. Let's go to the other side. So right leg strong and straight, unwavering, and left knee out to the side. Let's walk that flat sole right into the side of your right foot. Just see how that feels. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Arms hang by your side. We'll use the arms out and all the way up. Interlace your fingers, pointers point. You're reaching up. So get those elbows to straighten out. Feel the opening of that left hip. And your next exhale, bring those arms down and knees together. Let's walk our feet a little bit away and we'll hug one knee. And hug the other knee. Okay. Sit up nice and straight and tall and take those shoulders up, down, and back. Stretch forward both legs with a little bump in the knees. So if you have a mat under your heels, I'm sure that helps you feel stable. If not, always put a little bump in the knee. Hold the belly in nice and tight. Shoulders up, back, and down. I have a little bump in my knee because the floor is slippery. Okay, we're inhaling those arms out to the side and then all the way up. I have my palms facing forward, lots of space between my fingers. Let's take a nice deep breath in here. And as you exhale, we're just coming just a bit forward, inches, not feet. Beautiful. Inhaling up and back. And exhaling out and down. Feet on the floor. Let's try that again. Stretch out your legs, a little bump in the knee. With your heart, shoulders up, back, and down. Use the arms, inhale out and up. Nice deep breath here. And exhale forward, just a bit forward, inches, and back. And release the arms and reach out the floor. Let's stretch forward one leg and add a reach. And other leg and add a reach. And feet on the floor. Let's keep it going. That was a downward dog that we did. I think I mentioned that. Okay, again, those feet together, knees together. This time we're crossing right thigh over left. Sometimes you have to help that work out. And then don't lose your nice tall spine. Now, if you want the top foot, you can point those toes away. See how that feels. It might not feel good. It might trigger, what do you call that? Like a Charlie horse? Yeah, so you just have to kind of think about that. And lifting up to the front of your head. This time the arms down by our side, shoulders up back and down. The arms are going to lift up halfway and bend at the elbow. We're going to bring those elbows out in front together. Feels of your hands, fingers, and it really wants to dip. They want to dip, but bring them up to shoulder height. So feel this kind of this active foot pointing. At the same time, your fingers pointing, stretching, and release the arms, and release the feet. There's always a line of energy in any yoga pose. You know, where is it going? Where are you reaching? So kind of be thinking about how that all works in your body. It's probably different from everybody. So crossing left eye over right. I'm going to point my toes towards the floor. I like to use my hands to kind of lift out. And then when you've gotten there, arms by your side, shoulders up, back and down, inhale out. Halfway up, bend the elbows, palms forward. Elbows together at the heels of your hands and fingers. Feel that line of energy from the toes and through your fingertips. And release the arms and release the legs. Let's do one more on each side. That's called an eagle. Thank you. Thank you. Just like find a way. All right, let's try right over left. An eagle. Garudasana. Garudasana, it's called. So we'll take it a little further this way. So feel your sit bones lifting up. Point those toes, arms by your side. Up, back and down, out to the side. Palms forward. Elbows together. This time we'll add the swoop. So my right arm is swooping under my left. And I can bring the back of the hands together, or I can reach my fingers to the palm, do whatever works. Side to side, palm to palm, whatever works. Feel this wonderful stretch behind into your shoulders. Release the arms and release the legs. Use that nice side. Left leg crosses right. Point those toes, sit up nice and straight and tall. Shoulders up, back and down. Arms out, palms forward. And scoop that left arm under right. Scoop it under. Back of the hand to the back of the hand. Fingers reach towards your palm, or elbows, heels, and fingers. Feel that line of energy, toes to fingertips, and then let it go. Feels like the right place to take a breath. Just take a breath. And let it out with the, I'm going to shake my hands. I feel like I need to. Okay. Let's take the right knee into your chest and give it a little hug. I'm going to walk my hands to the toe. Do a little yogi grasp of the toe. You can hold the outside of your foot, whatever works. And we'll stretch it out just a bit. See how it feels for you. So you thought you could do it. Release the knee and to the floor. Take the other side, left knee to your chest, give it a little hug. Walk your hands down. Hook that big toe or hold the outside. And we'll stretch it out. This can be fine if this is what you're looking like. So you can do something, stretch it. See, we can do it, we can do it. And release. And bring it in and let it go. Let's come to the edge of your chair and we'll just do an open, close, open, close. And stretch out one leg and the other. One leg and the other. And feet on the floor. Sit back in our chair. Try our Ujjayi breath that we tried last week. Which leads to water. If you have water, feel free to take a break. That sound that we make can be very drying. And I'm like having allergies this year, which I've never had in my life. And I'm coughing, my throat is sore, you know. Oh my God. It's terrible. I've never. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So sit back in your chair. Don't lose your nice tall spine. We're going to practice the Ujjayi breath. The Ujjayi breath is that breath that's very calming for your body to hear. It also is useful in the sense that if you're breathing to a point that you're really out of your zone, in other words, when your breath is stopping, you're holding your breath or breathing too fast, you might be somewhere physically in your body that's like too stressful. So it's good for that in the sense that you can hear your breath and you're noticing it, what's happening. So I was trying to keep it at that base, kind of that midpoint. Not that we shouldn't challenge ourselves, but in yoga, the breath will tell you so much about where you are. So let's sit up nice and straight and tall, and we'll take the shoulders back down. So your hands can be gently on your thighs, by your side, whatever works. I'm going to turn my palms up. I think it's just more receptive. And we'll start by just doing the hug. So a nice deep breath in, and then to breathe out, just go like the sigh. Another breath in. Breathing out with the sigh. Another breath in. Breathing out with the sigh. So now we're going to do that same sound with the mouth closed. Try, close your eyes, don't worry about anybody else in the space, just yourself. And we'll draw the breath in, and with your mouth closed now, let it come out your nose, we'll make the hug. Let's do a couple more and then we'll open our eyes. Right, we'll open our eyes. How did that work, the hot coming out of your nose? Feel easy, or did you feel kind of like pressured? Or okay. So now I'm going to ask you to take it a little further. Let's get nice and straight and tall. And we're going to do that ha sound, but we're going to take it in. So the in breath is going to make that sound as well. It's like this. It's bringing it in nice and slow. but you're almost like restricting your throat a little bit to make the ha sound. And I'm going to come around just so that you can hear me breathe. Sounds like this. Sounds like this. Breath work can be, when it's new, it can be tough, but stick with it because it has so many good benefits. Pranayama, which is it's referred to in yoga. There's a breath for everything. There's a balancing breath. There's a breath for to give you energy. There's a breath to calm you down. There's a breath to relax and go to sleep. So, we're drinking coffee or we're taking, meds to help us feel better or sleep, and yoga can do that too. And it's just as powerful. Okay. So let's end with a balancing breath. And if you're feeling scratchy or stuffy, you can sit it out and just breathe in and out nice and deep. I know that I'm feeling it too. But this is an alternate nostril breath, and it's easy and it's calming. It's a good one to end with. So we're going to sit up nice and straight and tall. Find your sit bones and support your own spine so we're not releasing the weight of our body, but we're absorbing it. Keeping our shoulders up, back and down, nice open chest. And I'm going to turn my palms up, a nice receptive posture. Feel free to close your eyes. It tends to bring your awareness inward and not be distracted with all things happening outside. So just with your eyes closed, just breathe in and breathe out. And I'll ask you to try to breathe in and out through the nose. See if you can just close your mouth and draw that breath in and out through the nose. Not looking for this big breath, just this natural breath. And we're going to come and notice where our breath is right now. We're not trying to make it big. We're just noticing. Okay, a couple more breaths, and we'll open our eyes. Okay. Use your dominant hand for this breath. And we're going to take the two fingers, your pointer and your big middle finger, and we're going to bring those down to your palm. So what you have left is your thumb, your ring finger, and your pinky. It almost looks like a rock on kind of thing, rock on. Now, if this feels like this is ridiculous, then you can just use your thumb on each side, because we're just going to block on one nostril. You just do that. So this allows you to have one on each side. When you turn it towards your face, you have 1 and 2. 1 and 2. But again, if it's like it pulls too much here or it's just too complicated, just do this or this. So it's the pointer finger and the big middle finger and rock on. And so it starts like this. We'll keep our eyes open now until we get it. So we're going to start with a breath in. Doesn't have to be a big breath in, just a breath in. And we're going to block your right nostril and let the air come out of your left. I'm going to draw a breath in through your left and out through the right as you block off your left. Then in, block it off, let it out. In, block it off, let it out. So it's basically the breath comes out, take a breath in, and switch out, take a breath in, and switch out, and in, out, and in, out, in, out, and in. Really slow it down. You want it to be your natural breath. So let's close our eyes and just maintain that kind of mantra. Out, in, out, in, switch out, and in, switch out. The next time you block off the right nostril and breathe in through the left, let it go and just breathe in and out of your nose. And right back, open your eyes and just looking for a little feedback. What people think? Was it confusing? Did it not work? Did you like it? Was it useful?
Nice to do all the choices. Do that for 5 minutes before it's over.
Yeah, I mean, this is a balancing breath, so it just makes sense. You know, like if you're really anxious, you have a big presentation, you're going to speak in front of people, you're going to meet somebody new, you're going to, whatever it be, just taking that few minutes to do it is just so powerful. This is called alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana, SHOYDNA, Nadi, which is the channels of energy in the body. Shodhana, I don't know what Shodhana means, but I would imagine that it means center, calming. The first breath that we did was Ujjayi, which is the ocean breath or the victorious breath. And I think if you practice, you'll come to a place where you're just doing it. When I teach yoga, I tend to just do it. So I like to hear my breath, and I like to hear from some place where I maybe shouldn't be in terms of pushing myself. Nice. So let's find our sit bones. We'll take our shoulders back and down. Press your palms on your knees, your thighs, up or down, and we'll just close our eyes and just breathe. No special way to breathe, just breathe. And when you're ready, you slowly come back. Open our eyes. Let's bring our hands into Namaste. Big thumbs rest right on your heart. And we'll end with a Namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. How did you do? Oh my goodness, we're not. Yay, I love it when that happens. Come and join us.